Jesse Munoz here for Yakima MTG with Geoff Hamasaki.
Hello.
How's it going, Geoff?
Doing good. Excited to see these new cards.
Yeah, Dragons of Takir is our first Dragons of Takir draft. And on the left, we've got Ruben Robles playing a mono red deck. And on the right, Bryce Burns with a green blue deck. So already different than Khans of Tarkir.
Yeah, for sure. Mono red is it's tough to get the mono decks, but usually they're pretty good. They're really? Don't have to worry about mana issues and have nice concentrated plans, so it's good.
Yeah, nice and aggressive. And with the dash mechanic, you can actually get pretty aggressive. So let's see if Ruben can do it. All right, so he does dash out turn 2 with a Scream Reacher Brawler, which is a 2/3 for 3 mana that you can dash for 2.
Okay, so he hit him for 2.
Yeah, I like that because again, you're just being aggressive. It'd be better if you had a 2-drop, but all right. So Enoch Artilist,
Artillerist, yeah,
Artillerist. It's a 4/1.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that card. It dies to everything.
I mean, 4 power is a lot, though.
Yeah, I mean, if you can pair it up with some like tempo plays, removal, bounce spells, or something like that, I think it's pretty good. But just as a creature that is on the battlefield competing with other creatures, it's not too good.
Yeah, the creature that just dropped will kill it because when it becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to.
Yeah, so I think you gotta just attack in, right, and just try to trade it off here.
He goes with the Epic Confrontation, which is just.
I see, right.
It's going to he's going to fight basically, and then come in for 5, which is a real strong play from Bryce.
So just eat his creature. Come in with a big attack. Looks like Ruben's got something here.
Kindled Fury. It's a 1 mana target creature gets +1/+0 and gains first strike until the end of turn. So
it's a 2 for 2.
It's a 2 for 2, but it doesn't. I mean, it's saving him 5 damage. So
right, and he's losing his weaker, arguably weaker creature, which is I think good, and he's trading for that Epic Confrontation, which is a really good card.
Right.
He's losing kind of a mediocre combat trick.
Sure, I think it's a perfectly fine trade. Saves his life and removes a pretty strong creature. It's Impact Tremors, which is the enchantment. So whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. So he drops that, dashes in for 2 more, hit him for 3.
Interested in the Impact Tremors card. It seems not that great because you got to use a card to play something that doesn't really do anything unless you have other things to play. Right. With Dash though, it's a little bit more interesting. Because you can just keep replaying your guys. And I think if you can get multiple Impact Tremors, it might be a thing. But
I think you get Tremors and then you go hard on like Dragon Fodder or something like that.
Sure.
Where you're just getting lots of creatures down.
I'm just not sure if the single one is going to do enough damage that it actually makes it relevant. But I think if you had 2 or 3 of them, maybe.
Sure, I'm with you. Here's the Vial of Dragon Fire. I'm not a big fan of this card, but it does do work.
And especially when you're playing a mono-colored deck, you have to kind of play some non-optimal cards, just to kind of not have to splash another color mana, which is fine.
All right, he's getting aggressive. Keeps dashing the dude in. Bryce dropped the Ojutai summons. That was called where you get a Drake, a 2/2, whatever, and
you
then
get 2/2 Djinns, right? Flying 2/2 Djinns,
and then it rebounds. I like that card.
Yeah, I think you get, it's kind of a decent value for your mana. It's having it take 2 turns to come in is kind of weak, but I think flying is actually pretty strong in this set, and if you can get a deck that has a lot of flying.
All right, so he attacks with both, but I think that's actually an illegal attack.
Right, because it doesn't have haste when you rebound the spell.
Stampeding Elk Herd, 5/5 for 5.
Okay, it's got what, ferocious ability.
It's formidable.
Formidable, right?
Yeah.
And it gives your guys trample. Is that right? All your guys trample when he attacks.
Yeah, if you have formidable, all your creatures I think get trample.
Okay.
So here's the problem with what the mono red deck did is he's down to 12. Bryce is down to 12, but I mean it's a big
wall there.
Yeah, there's a giant wall. There's a couple dudes flying, and I'm not sure how much there is to do. So
right, he's just doing him 1 damage, swinging in. It looks like he can trade the dragon fire and the guy to kill the herd.
No, because that's only 4 damage. So he actually has to 3-for-1 himself to get rid of this elk. Because it's a 2-3.
Oh right, it's a 2-3. Okay.
And then he sacrifices. So he dashes in the dude. Bryce obviously blocks. He does 2 damage with the dragon fire, and then Kindle fears it to give it +1/+0. Not crazy about that.
Wait, Kindle Fury is +1/+0 and
first strike.
So his creature shouldn't die then, right? If he does the
right, he actually did it in the correct order. So what happens is
it'll first strike it with the 2 damage on it from the Dragonfire.
Yeah.
And it'll kill it before the elk herd can deal damage to
his creature. So his creature should actually still be alive.
Right.
Bryce comes in for another 4. And can't see what that is.
Is that the
press the advantage? So he's actually coming in for a bunch. So it's 8, 2, right? 4, 6, 8. Yeah. That's a I haven't even really seen that card before. That's a pretty big swing. And Ruben can't really do much here. I mean, those 2/2 flyers are just gonna take him out.
Well, he can do 1 damage to his opponent.
Actually, there's 2 here with the dragon fodder.
Oh, 2. Okay, 2 damage.
So I'm liking the 2/2 Jins over the 1/1 goblins here in this position.
Yeah.
It looks like Bryce drew an anticipate.
Okay.
I think he's got another one of those 4/1s in his hand as well.
Okay, so not great, but
yeah,
something.
Not when it trades for half of a goblin fire. Taigim's punch or something. I can't remember.
Taigim strike, is it?
Yeah, so this gives +2/+0 and unblockable. And then, all right, so he drops the 4/1.
Okay, so but the unblockable is good with the 4/1 now because
right,
he can get in for 2 here, and then he can present lethal next turn even if one of his guys gets killed.
I wonder why he didn't attack with both there.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He's at 9 because if he attacks with both, Ruben's at 4, and I mean, yeah, I'm not sure. I mean,
so he's definitely not blocking with the 4/1. I don't know if there's anything. I don't know if there's a card like Become Immense or something where he has to.
And Ruben's empty-handed too, so I feel like he should have probably attacked with both Drakes. I don't know how Ruben could sneak in 7. I mean, there's definitely ways with dash and as much mana as he has, and so I can understand playing it safe. All right, so Ruben comes in. He blocks 1 with the Drake.
Oh wow! Only 2-for-1s with the twin bolt. 2 for 1.
It's like 1.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Twin bolt's a sweet card though, especially with those 4/1s flying around.
Just pretty sweet.
Yeah.
He'll be able to get in for 4 next turn with the Taigim strike, but still, it's not lethal. So
yeah,
that was a pretty sweet play.
So if I'm Bryce, I'm just swinging with the Drake, and I couldn't see look like another creature that he drew. Okay, morph. I'd probably just play it now because you hit for 4 and then you kill him next. I mean, I guess either way you kill him next turn.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it now. You could get them to 2, and then both creatures are legal. I don't know, or
Yeah.
lethal. I don't know.
I just don't like giving Ruben more draws. Not that I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not sure what mono red could have that deals that much damage quickly enough. I'm still. I feel like I don't know any of these cards.
I mean, there's like that instant Sarkin something card where it does 5 damage.
Oh yeah. All right, so he drops a Storming Dragon. It's a 3/3 first striker.
First strike flying. Okay.
So he's got the dude block, but we know that Bryce has the
The unblockable card.
yeah. So
And he's got no cards in hand, so.
untaps and just play that spell and game over. He
Yeah.
doesn't even have to play; it just shows it to him. Tagging Strike. Target creatures +2/+0 until end turn. Cannot be blocked this turn with rebound.
And rebound, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Bryce could have probably finished the game a couple turns earlier.
Right.
But I also understand that with a new set, it's sometimes you don't know. You could be surprised very easily.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you've really studied the whole spoiler, which I've looked at it a bunch, but man, I don't know any. I feel like I don't know any of the cards.
Yeah, takes
Especially
a few weeks to get used to.
Yeah, green blue is a little bit of a surprise, just because dragons is a allied color set.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much, how strongly it pushes you into allied colors. I feel like pretty much any color combination is feasible, but
viable. Yeah, there is some enemy color fixing in Fate Reforged, though I don't think they drafted the actual set. I think they just did 3 Dragons of Tarkir sets.
Just get all the new cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Fate also has the enemy colored gold cards.
Right, like the Ethereal Ambush and Harsh Sustenance. And
yeah.
Cards like
those are actually pretty good. So, I don't know if you splash or you try to stay open and see if you can pick up the gold cards late.
But I think it's weird because you draft dragons and then Fate.
Right.
So it's really dependent on if you draft one of the like Dragon Lords. I think those are like the best 2 colors cards, right? I mean, there's not a ton of gold in the set.
I think the only gold cards are like the Dragon Lords, and then I think there's a cycle of
rare dragons.
Yeah.
So you can really play any 2 color set.
Right. I mean, if you're like focusing heavily on one mechanic, like you want to have a dash deck or a exploit deck or something, then you want to go to the 2 colors. But I think you can get a pretty decent deck just drafting a couple colors. You can get aggressive blue cards and pair it with red, or you can get the big green creatures and pair it with some blue tempo cards or card draw.
Which I like. I like Bryce's deck from what we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fast, but it hits in the air and it hits hard. So mono red, I haven't seen a lot from Ruben's deck. I like his start. I like where it started, but it just sort of kind of fizzled out there.
Yeah, I mean, when you're playing 2/2s and 2/3s, and your opponent's playing 5/5 tramplers, it's it's pretty hard.
When you have to 3 for one yourself, you're not in a good spot.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like Ruben's on a mold of 6.
I think there are a few red cards that are that have a little bit higher power, like the Yeti.
Mm-hmm.
There's I think it's a 5/1 with Megamorph that does a damage when it flips.
Yep. Yeah, there's stuff out there. I mean, I think mono red is a viable strategy in the draft. I just don't know how good it is. All right, so dashing in this is a 1/1 with
1/1
dash that has fire breathing.
Okay.
Now, do you play it for dash or do you play it just as a 1-drop.
It's like he played. It's like it should be back in his hand, right? Because he attacked with it.
Yeah. So
okay,
there it goes back in his hand.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I think I just play it for the 1-drop. I don't think you have to dash it in right there.
I think so. Yeah, because I mean, I can see like if you had other things to do, you could kind of save it for like a surprise,
right?
Big attacker. But if you're just gonna show it to him the first turn, I think it's better just to develop your board and not.
Right. I feel like it's more if you're gonna drop it on turn 1, develop your board. All right. So he drops another haste, dude.
That guy gives another creature haste when it morphs.
Yeah.
When it mega morphs.
So Bryce is gonna take 1 here, and he's blocking with, I think it's a Sidisi's Faithful, which is an 0/4 that can exploit
and then bounce
when it comes
a creature,
yeah,
I think.
which he didn't do. Just played it as an 0/4 wall, which is totally good against Ruben's deck.
Yeah, I mean an 0/4 for a single blue mana is pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Does he have a 3rd mana? It doesn't look like it.
Okay, so I don't think you can really just keep continuing to dash this guy in and
right. I feel like
do 1 damage. I think you got to just play it.
Right. That's why
try to get your board built out.
Right. So right now he could have both on board and then play. I think it's like a dragon fodder, like anything, just to try to overwhelm the board because Rice isn't in a hurry.
Right.
Like poking him for 1 each turn isn't gonna win you the game. All right, so he's using Kindled Fury just to get an extra point of damage in.
So 2 damage.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about doing that. Bryce drops an Anticipate.
It's like Bryce. Yeah, he was a little bit short on mana, so hopefully, he gets the land here.
There's an Epic Confrontation, the Dragon Punch card there.
Yeah, you got to take the land though, right? I mean,
sure. If you need the mana, you got to take the mana. It just sucks that you got to put that at the bottom. All right, 3rd mana. Drops in 2-drop. And it's a green one. That's the 3/2. That if you reveal a dragon card or have a dragon on it's a 2/3. It comes in with a +1/+1 counter. So I like that card.
Yeah,
I mean 2/3 for 2 is pretty sweet. It is a little bit more difficult to cast, but there is a added upside of getting that counter on it. I feel like Ruben's in trouble here. Missing his land drops and then, again, not really developing his board, allowing Bryce to just develop a giant wall. Like,
right.
We haven't seen anything really powerful from Ruben yet. We've seen a lot of little stuff. And I don't feel like it's going to be good enough quite yet. Because the longer the game goes, the worse for Ruben it gets. I mean, that's how it is usually for most mono red decks.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, what you want to get him down to maybe 10 life, and then start, chipping away, maybe fire off a burn spell.
Yeah.
To finish him off, but 16 life is way too much at this point to realistically get in.
Yeah, we're on turn 4 now. He's 2 mana behind. All right, there's his 3rd mana. But on board, he's significantly behind.
Yeah, he's gonna need to find a way to get rid of multiple creatures. I mean, if he's not holding a bunch of removal, then I don't think
Kindled Fury isn't
back.
going to do it.
Right.
You need like roasts and stuff.
Yeah, if you had like 2 roasts and a tail slash or something, a big creature, I don't know.
Dragonlord's Servant, which isn't a card I'm crazy about if I'm playing mono red. A 1/3 for.
So yeah, 1/3
for 2.
I'm not crazy about that in any deck, really.
Yeah. How many dragons do you need for it to actually be worth running?
6, maybe. I don't know. 6 or 7. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Bryce comes in with his Megamorph. Ruben blocks with the 1 creature.
Flipping up.
Bryce plays 5s and flip it up. It's Salt Road Ambushers.
So now it's a 4/4.
It's a 4/4, and then whenever another permanent gets turned face up, it gets a +1/+1 counter. I think is that what it said?
If you flip a creature, then it's a +1/+. It gets a +1/+1.
So Megamorphs would now get 2 counters on them.
Right.
Sweet. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it's a 4/4 is good, and then getting the bonuses
just cake
extra. Yep.
Yeah. You thought you wanted 1 counter? No, you want 2. All right, so Ruben still on 3 mana.
It's got a bunch of cards, but
yeah, it looks like there's the dragon there. I think that's the morph dragon he played last game. I probably just dropped that. I mean, the thing about Ruben is you've got to establish your board without taking too much damage yourself. Hardened Berserkers, a 3 mana 3/2. Whenever it attacks, next spell you cast costs 1 less.
Okay, so
I like that one better than the. I guess it's 1 mana more, but
yeah, anything so you can have higher, access to an extra mana next turn, which is nice.
Yeah.
The problem is if Bryce doesn't attack with a 4/4, just gets eaten.
Yeah,
just not good. And he can just block it with the 0/4 also.
Looks like he drew another epic confrontation.
Oh man, he's just way too far ahead right now. Yeah. He's got to anticipate.
He's got another anticipate. And is that blue card? Is that rare that bounces all your creatures when it exploits?
Like yeah, I think it bounces. You exploit a creature and then it bounces all their creatures that have toughness less than the exploited creature.
Jeez. He just dropped Airy Bowmasters, which is a 3/4 with Megamorph, and then he's going to. All right, so he's going to fight some dudes. I like this card.
Yep, it's nice because it with the other fight card, the bear punching card, you had to have the ferocious to get the bonus.
Right, and this one just gives you the automatic bonus of. I like that it boosts your toughness too.
Yeah, for sure.
The +1/+2 is pretty sweet. All right, Ruben's definitely in trouble now. Bryce just keeps adding to his board, and Ruben has to chump block, or gets his creatures removed. So.
Yeah, if you're the aggressive deck and you're not attacking and they're attacking you, that's not what you want to happen. It's not looking good.
Yeah. And I don't even know, like, in retrospect, since he missed his land drops and things like that, if playing that, if he had played those creatures early, it would really change much, but I still would have done that. All right, so there's Kolaghan Aspirant, which is a 2/1 that, when it becomes blocked, deals 1 damage to that creature, but
really just irrelevant right now.
Yeah, it's not it doesn't look to be attacking anytime soon.
No.
Ruben's got a low curve. All right, that's that 3, the blue mythic rare dude, I think. That he just drew. All right, Bryce is coming in. So 4, 5, 6 now.
Do we know Ruben's that morph
still is? At 20. All right, so the Aspirant's going to block the 4/4, and then he's going to Kindle Fury it. That actually doesn't do anything. That
doesn't work, right? Because it only does the damage when it's attacking.
Yeah.
It's not like the Ashmouth Hound that does it on both ones.
All right, so he flips the other dude. It gets a counter for Megamorph, and then it gets
the second one because of the Salt Road.
Yeah.
Ambusher.
All right, so.
All
right, so I think they might have missed something because Bryce's creatures shouldn't be dead.
Yeah, the 2/1 should be dead. The Aspirant.
Yeah. Because it's a 3/1 first striker that just killed a 4/4. So that doesn't really work. But again, Ruben's only on 3 mana here. And I don't see anything. And I think he still has that morph dragon, the 3/3 dragon with first strike.
Sure.
But that costs like $1 billion to.
To Megamorph. So that's like 7 or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot. All right, so I think they're actually okay. It looks like they're going over what happened here.
Okay, so they might have realized that it doesn't do the 1 damage to it if it's blocking. It's only if it is blocked.
Yeah. So Bryce's creature should be there, and then that thing should be dead.
The aspirant should be dead, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, they got it right.
Yeah. Cool. I actually think they're waiting for a judge here, trying to make sure everything's square.
Yeah, I think they have it right, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah,
I mean, if it was like a Pro Tour or something, yeah, maybe.
Right.
FNM
I mean, it's the first day of the release of the set, so
right.
there's bound to be mistakes. I mean, whenever I draft, the first couple of weeks of drafting a set, I'm constantly reading the cards that my opponent plays, just because it's hard to play with them all.
Oh, okay, he's just. So it is dead?
Okay, so here's what I think happened is since it is being recorded, but they don't have access to the recordings or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And they could have got it right, but I think the judge or whoever made the call just said, just leave it as is, and then because they had gone further than what was supposed to, so they I think they realized the correction, but they just left it.
Yeah. Still, I don't think anything has happened that has made them do it. Choose a different action. I feel like they could easily.
They should have been able to rewind it. Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to have any effect on the outcomes.
Right. Ruben is just in chump block mode, and it's just he has to have something. All right, so the 1/3 and the 2/3 bounce off each other, and then he chump block the I think it's a 5/5 or something like that, or 6/6.
Yeah, and then he plays
another morph. He's got another anticipate in hand too.
Yeah.
And that card that bounces your team, your opponent's team based off the toughness of the creature exploited that's pretty sick, man.
Profaner of the Dead. And it's a 3/3 for 3 and a blue.
All right, so there's that 1 drop from earlier.
Okay.
That has fire breathing.
Not sure. Okay.
Okay, so he looks like he dashed it in and then pumped it 3 times.
Okay.
So he's going to try to race. Bryce is at 12. Bryce could have blocked with the 0-4, but I think he's saving that 0-4.
Yeah, I mean, the 0-4 with the exploit guy is pretty sweet. You can bounce all the three toughness creatures.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's worried about losing a race right at this point. He's coming in for a bunch of damage.
All right, so
he's gonna flip another morph.
So it blocks the 2/3. Then here comes the Shorecrash Elemental, which is a 3/3, and I think you can pump it as well.
Yeah, you can pump it or shrink it.
It's like an Aetherling, Changeling type of creature then.
Right. So you can pay a colorless mana to give it +1/-1 or -1/+1, and you can pay a blue mana to exile it and return it face down, on the battlefield again. So
yeah, jeez, he just hit him for 12.
Yeah, Big time.
That's rough. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think the Short Crasher is one of those cards where if you can drop it late game and you have a bunch of mana, there's pretty much no way to deal with it.
Yeah.
No way to kill it.
A 4/4 that you could pump to be able to a 7/1.
Right, and if you megamorph it, you can pump it 4 times, so you can make it an 8/1.
No, it's a 3/3. So with the Megamorph, it's a 4/4.
Right, so you can pump it
3 times.
Oh yeah, 3 times. You're right.
All right, there's that Stormwing Dragon. So he's got a 3/3 first striker.
Okay.
The problem is, it's going bye.
Everybody's going.
Yeah.
Back to the hand.
So he hit for 12 last time. Looks like he could hit for $1 billion this time.
Yeah.
Pulling back. Yeah, Ruben just got behind, and with mono red, he can't do that. So Bryce takes it down, goes 1-0 with his green-blue.
Yeah, I like his deck. It's got some bombs. It's got big creatures and some removal and evasion, so it's good.